Welcome to Spring Charts, Electronic Health Records. My name is Byron Hamilton, and for the next few minutes I will take you on a tour of Spring Charts EHR. Before we do that, let me give you a brief background to the Spring Charts program. Spring Charts has been in development and implementation for 10 years now. It is used across the United States and in 8 foreign countries. Currently, over 20 different medical specialties use Spring Charts. It is both a Windows and a Macintosh-based program. In fact, you can use Spring Charts in a multi-platform environment. Spring Charts is both SeatSheet certified and SureScript certified, which means you can do all your e-prescribing directly through Spring Charts. Spring Charts is known throughout the industry for its ease of use, its intuitive style, and its moderate pricing. In 2008, McGraw-Hill Publishing chose Spring Charts as its EHR of choice because of its ease of use and intuitive style, and they use Spring Charts to train all their allied health students in over 500 career and community colleges across the country. So there may be a college near you that Spring Charts is being used at, and that will supply you with some of your future employees. By ease of use, I mean that Spring Charts can function out of 3 main screens, and 98% of everything you do in Spring Charts can be done from these 3 screens. The first screen is the Practice View screen. This is the administrative screen for the entire clinic. It houses the calendar of all the patients for the schedule for the day. In the upper right hand corner we have what we call the patient tracker. This will track the current patients through our clinic. At a glance we'll be able to see where the patients are located. We'll be able to tell what's happening to them. We'll be able to see the status of these particular patients. The scheduler on the front screen and the patient tracker are universal. Everybody can see those updated at the same time. In the lower left-hand corner we have the to-do list. The to-do list is user-defined, enabling the user to add items to the to-do list that they need to accomplish. Items that are not finished for the day or roll over to the next day. The to-do items can be linked to a patient, so when the user clicks on that particular item, it opens up the patient's chart. Then I can see the demographics of the patients, their phone numbers, and all other medical information regarding that particular patient. In the lower right-hand corner we have the Message Center. This is another user-defined area where I can see the messages that I've received from other co-workers across the network. The second screen that we look at is the patient's chart. The patient's chart can be opened from multiple places from the front screen. I can click on the patient, on the schedule, maybe I'll click on the patient in the patient tracker to open up their chart. Or I could go to the toolbar and click on the icon that opens up the patient's chart, type in their last name, select the patient, and the chart opens up. The patient's electronic chart is mirrored after a paper chart. In a typical paper chart on the left-hand side we have what we call the face sheet. The face sheet houses the patient demographics, their static information like their allergies, past medical history, family medical history, their social history. We see their primary insurance in the lower left-hand corner. In the middle section at the top we have their chronic problems, their routine meds, etc. This is taken from the intake sheet that the patient fills out the first time they come to the clinic. In the lower portion of the face sheet we have the diagnosis history, the prescription history, and the procedure histories. These items are taken from the various encounters with this patient. So when the physician documents a diagnosis in the office visit note, or administers a prescription, or conducts a procedure, those elements are taken out of the office visit note and also placed on the front screen and populated here, with the most recent at the top. So at a glance all this medical information can be seen for the patient. On the right hand side of the chart we have what we call the care tree. The care tree is like the tabs on the right hand side of a paper chart. We have the various encounters for the patient, the labs, the medical tests, the file cabinet in which we place all the electronic documents for this particular patient. And any of these items can be seen by clicking on the plus sign and expanding that particular tab, and then we see the items that's housed under that tab. If I want to see a CBC, I'll highlight that particular lab, and then the information is seen in the lower right hand corner. Let me show you how easy it is to build the face sheet of that patient's chart. If I click on the arrow at the top, that'll open up the face sheet, and this is where I document. Spring Charts is driven by pop-up text and also by preferences. On the left-hand side we see the social history. Information is being pulled from drop-down list of preferences that have been set up on the server, which enables every user to see those items, and also pop-up text that you see in the upper right-hand corner. All this was selected by clicking on the pop-up text on the right-hand side, and it added it over to the left-hand side. The third screen is the office visit itself, which is accessed from the patient's chart. Once we get into the office visit notes screen, you notice on the left-hand side we have the face sheet of the patient coming through. So at a glance, while we're in the office visit note itself, we can see the past medical history, the family medical history, social history, routine meds, and so on, without going back into the patient's chart itself. The middle section is the SOAP note, where the information is built. And on the right hand side we have again pop-up text, which we can very quickly select and build the note. For example, here on the chief complaints, maybe this person has allergies, so I could come on down through here and select itchy eyes, runny nose, congestion right off this list. I can move on down to review of systems and select items from here. For example, review of systems normals, generals, no weight change, fever, chills, etc. Eyes, and I can go down through here selecting items from my pop-up text that quickly builds this office visit note. Let's move down to the exam. With each of these navigation buttons, it opens up a new category for pop-up text. This defaults to objectives normals. So again, I can very quickly select my pop-up text and move down through here as we select those items. The pop-up text and the templates within Spring Charts enables for very speedy documentation of the office visit note. And these navigation tabs on the right hand side enables us to access all those different pop-up text. The last I want to show you is templates. This enables us to very rapidly select the entire SOAP note. For example, here's allergy, and I can select allergic rhinitis, and that'll dump the entire pop-up text template into the office visit note. Now all I need to do is modify it for this particular patient. So because of its ease of use, its intuitive style, and its moderate pricing, Spring Charts is a very popular program in the EHR world.